Infertility affects about 15 to 20% of all couples attempting to conceive. Diet, lifestyle, and nutritional supplements have all been shown to affect fertility. If you're attempting to conceive, avoid the items listed below because they can reduce your fertility. Number 1. Transsaturated fat. Foods high in transsaturated fat, such as fast, fried, packaged, frozen, and baked foods, should be avoided. Choosing trans fats over healthy carb-containing foods is linked to a 73% increased risk of ovulatory problems, which can lead to infertility, according to research. Fried meals constrict arteries and reduce blood flow to the reproductive organs, potentially affecting fertility. The more trans fat a woman consumes, the higher her chance of reproduction issues, according to Harvard University researchers. The chance of infertility increased by 73% for every 2% of additional calories consumed from trans fats, according to the study of 18,000 women. Diets high in monounsaturated fats and low in trans fats have been linked to higher reproductive outcomes. Try to eat more monounsaturated fat from foods such as avocados and olive oil. Number 2. Sugary foods or drinks and highly processed carbs. Some studies link ultra-processed carbohydrate diets, including foods with a high glycemic index, to lower fertility in some people. When a diet is low in fiber and rich in added sugar, this association appears to be stronger. Infertility is thought to be enhanced by foods and drinks with high sugar content. Researchers discovered that drinking one sugar-sweetened beverage each day reduced fertility by 20%, regardless of which spouse consumed it. Some meals that can induce infertility in women are white crackers, French fries, mashed potatoes, rice cakes, donuts, and sweets. According to one study, swapping high GI foods for lower GI foods can help women conceive. Whole grains and various veggies were among the low GI foods. If you eat a low-fiber diet, consider replacing white breads and pastas with whole grain versions. For instance, incorporate grains like quinoa, amaranth, millet, oats, and barley in place of white rice in some dishes, and use 100% whole wheat bread in place of white bread. Number 3. Red and processed meats. Trans fats and saturated fats, which, as previously stated, are linked to reduced fertility, and can be found in red and processed meats. High consumption of red and processed meats, such as beef, bacon, hot dogs, and sausage, is thought to be a dietary contribution to infertility in persons of all genders, according to recent studies. According to other study, a high intake of animal protein in general may be linked to poor reproductive outcomes. Women with higher fertility scores ate more vegetable protein than animal protein and had reduced rates of infertility, related to ovulation abnormalities, according to one study. Consider replacing red and processed meats with plant-based protein alternatives, like tofu, tempeh, beans, peas, and lentils. Number 4. Certain dairy products. One 2007 study found that high-fat dairy products were associated with a reduced risk of infertility from lack of ovulation, whereas low-fat dairy products were associated with an increased risk of infertility. Women who had full-fat dairy products at least once a day had a 25% decreased incidence of ovulatory problems, compared to women who consumed similar foods less frequently, roughly once a week. In addition, women who had more than 2 servings of low-fat dairy per day were 85% more likely than those who consumed low-fat dairy only once a week to have infertility due to lack of ovulation. As a result, avoid skim milk while attempting to conceive and instead opt for whole milk. Drink a glass of whole-fat milk, or have some yogurt every day. Cheese, which is not made with pasteurized milk, such as feta, brie, camembert, and blue cheese, can also cause infertility among women. These types of cheese can be contaminated with a bacteria called Listeria, which has the capability to cross the placenta and affect the uterus. Number 5. Caffeine. Caffeine's stimulant effects have led to its widespread use in beverages and foods like chocolate. Its ingestion has been linked to a longer gestation period, albeit the mechanism is unknown. Caffeine has been linked to greater early follicular E2 levels in females and has been shown to affect female reproduction by altering hormone levels and targeting ovulation and corpus luteal function. According to a 2016 study, drinking more than 5 cups of coffee per day is linked to lower fertility, and drinking more than 200 milligrams of caffeine per day, about 2 cups of coffee, while pregnant may raise your risk of miscarriage. If you are trying to get pregnant, try to stick to 2 cups or less a day. Number 6. Alcohol. Alcohol consumption has been reported to decrease fertility, although the level of consumption associated with this risk is not clear. Alcohol consumption at the extreme level is known to be dangerous to the unborn child, but the effect at lower levels is less certain. The mechanisms by which alcohol could impair conception are unclear but may include an alcohol-induced rise in estrogen, which reduces secretion of follicular-stimulating hormones, suppressing folliculogenesis and ovulation. It may also have a direct effect on the maturation of the ovum, ovulation, blastocyst development and implantation. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like and subscribe for more videos on health and wellness. If you are trying to conceive, I wish you the best of luck.